Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Jennifer Scrapping Kane. Today I'm sharing a Miss Kate design team layout. This is using the monthly box for July. They're still running the special, pay the $5 shipping and you get a free kit. And this one is very patriotic themed. It's red, white, and blue and a nice cream tan color. This is the same intro I did at the beginning of the month. This is the entire box. I did speed it up slightly. The layout is fairly quick, so I went ahead and left the intro in so you can see the entire box that I'm working with this month. It's Red, White, and Bloom is the name of this collection, and I really like the colors. They're nice and bright, and a nice red and a nice navy blue, along with a lighter baby blue color. And then, like I said, the cream and the gold tan colors go nicely with it. So here I'm just showing you all the papers, flipping through. Like I said, this one is sped up a little bit more than the first one around, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what I'm working with. And for this layout, it's going to come together fairly quickly. I have two black and white photos of my son playing on the playground, and I had went and took him to the park and took a few photos of him in his Old Navy flag shirt, and these were actually taken after September 11th. And the reason I had taken him for the photos in his flag shirt was to document 9/11, because that's something that I knew he wouldn't remember. He was only 3 years old, but it's definitely something that I think needs to be in his album over time. So I do have other photos. These ones were just what we went and did after we got done taking the other photos. We went and played on the playground equipment. So here I'm adding a nice navy blue frame around the edge that is with one of the cardstock pieces. And then I'm going to use this one here, which is like leaves, not really flowers. They are more leaves than flowers. And I'm going to use that as my background. And I just thought that made a nice background since it kind of gives you a white area to put your photos, but it also adds extra color in the background. And since the photos are black and white, I really could have used any colors I wanted, but I really wanted to stay with the patriotic theme to go with the other photos that are going to be close by in the album. So the two photos, I mat it on one piece of white cardstock together, and then I'm going to put it on top of the gold uh, gingham paper. And I did tear the bottom part of it, so it is tore at the bottom. That just adds a nice little detail. And I didn't really want it center, but I wanted it a little bit more to the right than to the left. Up at the top, I'm going to add two pieces of, or two strips, and they are about a quarter of an inch thick, both of them. And I'm going to add them right at the top. So it's kind of going to look like they're holding down the photo. And I'm sorry, I'm waiting for them to flip over so I can tell you the colors because I don't remember. Oh, one is navy and I believe the other one is red. And again, those were from the cardstock paper. So I just added those for a little more pop of color at the top. I do want to make sure they're straight, so I'm bringing in my T-square ruler. I was just using a little bit of double-sided tape to put those down since they are a little bit on the thinner side. And now I'm going to lay the red one on top of the blue one. And the red one is a little bit longer than the blue one, but I wanted the blue to peek out from underneath. I'm going to keep the embellishments fairly simple. I do have a little title piece that is from the ephemera pack, and it just says Sweet Summer Memories. And then I have another little flower that's red. I'm going to place it up here at the top. It's actually a leaf, it's not a flower. And then I'm going to place another one at the bottom right, and that one is one of the red flowers. And like I said, I was just going with the colors, and I want a little pop of the red since the background is already blue. And I am going to add Ruby Hill. That's the park that he was playing in. That's just for my own reference. We know, usually we know where he is because That was a park we played in frequently. But looking at the photos, I'm not sure I would be able to tell exactly what park that was because it's not really prominent of which park he's actually in. So every once in a while, I like to add, the location directly on the layout. I'm not sure there'll be any journaling. Like I said, these were just little cute photos of him playing on the monkey bars and in the park after we had already taken photos. And then I did add the year 2001 down at the bottom. And I was just making sure it was straight. I'll hold it up here in a minute for you guys to see a little bit closer. But first, I'm going to bring in flat back pearls from my stash. The colors matched perfectly, so I'm going to add the navy, the red, and then I have a cream colored flat back. And I'm going to add those in 3 different places around the layout. And I'll use a little bit of liquid glue to glue them down. And that is it. They are already attached. I'm just putting the glue bottle away, and I will hold it up here so you get a little closer look. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the simpler layout and see how quickly a layout can come together. I definitely like doing quick layouts every once in a while. Helps me get my mojo going and helps me create a few more layouts for my son's albums. If you enjoyed what you saw, please like and subscribe and check out Miss Kate. I have the link down below to the website to pick up your kit. Bye.